A play for the stage. Karen and Michael's living room. Karen is sitting, tied to a chair, facing the audience. Her hair is unkept and her face could be a green-grey colour. Michael is pacing. There is a coffee table to the right of the chair. On the table is a vase containing lilies.
Before the tax year ends, consider selling assets to use up your allowance and make a tax-free profit.
Hello? Michael? Karen? Michael? Karen?
I've got a horrible feeling that we might...
We're in the living room, Father!
There's no room in your driveway, so I've parked my car on the road. Do you think you'll be all right there?
Yes, fine.
Karen looks at Father Murphy, snarls and bares her teeth.
Online accounting systems are becoming more and more popular with small businesses.
You mentioned on the phone that you thought Karen was possessed.
Yes, Father.
What's made you come to that conclusion?
Well, look at her!
I agree she appears somewhat under the weather, and that awful stench would certainly suggest demonic possession.
That smells not Satan's breath, Father. It's these lilies.
Oh, I see.
I can't stand the smell either, but Karen keeps buying them.
Look, Michael, I'm going to need strong evidence that the church could accept the signs of possession before I can carry out an exorcism here.
Well, like what?
Like Karen speaking in a language that she's never known or studied.
Whoa, tempus fugit.
What's she saying, Father?
Sounds like Latin.
Latin? But she's never been to ancient Rome.
That's all the evidence I need.
So, when can you perform the exorcism?
Carpe diem.
Let's do it straight away, shall we? After talking to you on the phone, I quickly made a few notes about carrying out an exorcism. I've only ever performed this procedure once before, and that was a few years ago, so I'm a bit rusty.
Oh, don't worry, Father. I'm just thankful you've agreed to help.
The statement of retained earnings acts as a bridge between the income statement and the balance sheet.
Right, the first thing we need to do is determine the demon's name. There's a limited number of Satan's legion that it could be, and they each have their strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
I'm here to help you, my child.
Untie me then.
I'm afraid you might hurt yourself, Karen.
I'm not Karen.
I see. Let's introduce ourselves then, shall we? I'm Father Murphy.
And I'm the devil. Now undo the rope.
If you're the devil, then why not make the rope disappear?
If you're the devil, then why not make the rope disappear?
By the power invested in me as God's servant, I demand to know thy name.
Expenses must always be reported in the same period as the revenues which they help produce.
Are you Belial, Asmodeus, Molech, Belphegor?
Peter. My name is Peter.
Doesn't sound very demonic.
No.
Peter Drummond.
Peter Drummond? The accountant Karen used to help with her bookkeeping before he went missing. That's why Karen's been obsessed with accountancy recently.
When did you first suspect something was wrong with Karen?
Double entry bookkeeping.
Well, she'd been showing an unhealthy interest in accountancy for a couple of weeks, but it was only since last weekend that I suspected demonic possession.
Last weekend? Why didn't you ask for my help before now?
Oh, I'm sorry, but my tax return was due, and, well, having Karen possessed by an accountant from hell, I mean, it's been a godsend.
Now, Michael, listen to me. If this really is the condemned soul of Peter Drummond, like all demons, he's a liar. It's important you remember that. He will try to confuse us. He will unleash a powerful psychological attack, but do not pay attention to his lies. Do you understand?
Yes, of course.
Very well. Let's begin.
What are you doing, Father?
Oh, I've downloaded an exorcism app onto my phone.
Really?
Yes. Isn't modern technology amazing? And it was free. The only annoying thing is that adverts for Bibles and cassocks keep popping up onto it.
What's a cassock?
You know, those long black robes we priests often wear.
Oh, right.
Here we go. God, my Father, by your loving kindness, please drive out the evil spirit of accountant Peter Drummond, who has bound himself by the fetters of sin to your servant Karen Williams.
You're the evil one, Murphy. You're the one who killed me.
Remember, Michael, don't listen to him.
He's been transferring church funds into his personal bank account and then killed me when I confronted him about it.
It's all lies, Michael. In the name of God, I command you to be silent.
Karen grits her teeth, growling loudly, her body shaking.
Your mother sells stocks in hell.
Right, you asked for it.
Father Murphy opens his case and removes a bottle of Evian mineral water.
Are you thirsty, Father?
Well, no, Michael, this is holy water. I was in a bit of a rush when I left the house and put it in this bottle. It was the first one I found.
Oh, sorry. I should have asked when you arrived. I mean, would you like a drink?
No, it's fine. I've brought a bottle of ordinary drinking water as well.
Oh, how do you know which is which?
Oh, yes, you have a point there. Well, we'll find out soon enough.
Father Murphy pours a little of the water into the palm of his hand, then splashes it on Karen in the sign of a cross.
Ah, depends.
That's brilliant. It's the right bottle, Michael.
Oh, that's great, Father.
I command thee to leave this innocent vessel. Depart, accursed one. Depart, imperious one. Made from an excellent wool blend and having openings to the trouser pockets, you will be able to feel comfortable wearing this superior cassock. Oh, stupid adverts.
Your sister's in here with us, Brendan. Would you like to speak to her?
My sister.
Hello, Brendan.
Lizzie, is that you?
Elizabeth Murphy? Yes, I remember you speaking about her in a sermon recently. She died when you were both children, didn't she?
Lizzie, what are you doing in hell? You were an innocent young girl.
Don't worry, Brendan. I'm only a visitor.
I've missed you, Lizzie. Who are you visiting?
Grandpa.
Grandpa Seamus or Grandpa Patrick? Surely not Grandpa Patrick.
No, Grandpa Seamus.
Yes, that makes sense. He was always a bit of a rogue.
Brendan, you need to tell the truth. Your guilt is too heavy a burden to endure.
I can't, Lizzie. I'm not strong like you.
You can, Brendan, and you must.
Oh, all right, I admit it. It was me. I killed Peter Drummond, but it was an accident, I swear.
What happened?
Yes, I've taken some money from the Church Restoration Fund, but I was going to give it back. I was struggling to keep up the payments on my Range Rover, you see.
My heart bleeds. So what happened to Peter?
He confronted me about the accounting discrepancies and threatened to go to the bishop. I was in the vestry at the time, and as he went to leave, I grabbed his arm. We struggled, and he fell and banged his head on the stone floor. I didn't mean to kill him.
And what did you do with the body?
Put it in Linda Cartwright's grave. You know, the alcoholic postmistress who died last month. The ground was still quite soft.
Michael unties Karen.
What are you doing, Michael? We haven't finished the exorcism.
I think you've done enough.
What? You tricked me into confessing.
I thought you'd killed Peter when he went missing. You see, I suspected you were cooking the books and confided in Peter about it. He said he was going to confront you the next day, the day he went missing. What had Peter ever done to you?
It was an accident.
The exorcism was Michael's idea, and I have to say, everything went like clockwork.
Oh, even I didn't expect it to run that smoothly. Why didn't you question why Peter Drummond was in hell? I mean, I thought he seemed like a good person.
Peter was no saint. The things he told me in confession.
Well, like what?
I don't think we should be speaking ill of the dead. Besides, Father Murphy's not allowed to discuss what he's been told in confession. It's confidential. Isn't that right, Father?
Yes, that's right. But do you really think I care about the sanctity of confession, now that I've been found guilty of fraud and murder?
Manslaughter? You said it was an accident.
I don't think I've got much to lose by telling you that Peter had committed adultery.
What, you're having an affair? Who with?
That's not important, Michael.
Well, I just wondered if it was someone we knew.
He wouldn't tell me her name.
What, so you assumed his adulterous ways resulted in him ending up in hell, then?
All that and the fact that he repeatedly stole flowers from people's graves.
What? Oh, that's awful.
Yes, the only redeeming factor about Peter's petty thieving was that he never took any of the nice flowers.
How do you mean?
He only stole the lilies.
Father Murphy and Michael realise the significance. They both look at Karen, shocked. Karen looks sheepish. The end.